Three ladies on behalf of their non-profit organization, Kumukahi, will be raising funds for the Bethany Home, a home and place of rehabilitation for abused women and their children in Bertrams, Johannesburg. On the 9th of August, South African Women's Day, they will courageously climb 8,848 meters, that's the height of Mount Everest, on smart indoor cycling trainers using the Zwift App. For more on this, we chat to one of the event organizers, Ria Mathopa. Ria, a very good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome to Morning Live.
Good morning, and thank you so much for having us.
How are you feeling just a day before this big challenge?
Whew, my nerves are, I think, sky high at the moment.
I can imagine.
What can I say? We've committed. We are ready. We've been training. So all we have to do now is just get on our trainers and do what we know we can do.
And what really pressed you to do this?
Well, you know, with the lockdown coming in 2018 and the sort of strife that we could see that people are going through, we wanted to lend a helping hand where we can and the best way that we know how. So we were looking for various initiatives that we could do. And we thought, you know, because there is this Everesting challenge that has become, you know, sort of a buzzword in the cycling world, we thought, why not do that, challenge ourselves, but at the same time do it for, you know, for a good cause, just to make sure that, you know, we do give a little bit back of what we've been blessed with, basically.
And in terms of preparations, how have you been preparing for this challenge?
So we've been, we are, all three of us are avid indoor cyclists. The two ladies are actually triathlons as well, having completed a few Ironman competitions as well. But we basically have been training for the past 13 weeks. And we've been doing some interval training during the week. And then we do the long rides on the indoor trainer on Sunday mornings. So basically for the past 12 weeks or so, we've just been going at it every Sunday morning and just making sure we are ready for this challenge.
Take us through how it actually works.
Okay, so the Zwift app actually controls your trainer. So you've got an indoor trainer where you put your bike on, which is then controlled by the Zwift app. So what it does is, if, for example, you choose a route that is very hilly, the app will then control the trainer to simulate that hill, so that as you're going up, it gets hard and harder and harder, or as you're descending, it then makes it easier for you as well. So the app, the Zwift app, like I said, we have chosen one tough route, which is called the Alp to Zwift route. That Alp to Zwift is actually modeled on the real life climb that is done in one of the Tour de France, the Tour de France race. So we are basically actually climbing a virtual Tour de France climb, and we are going to be doing this one for 8.5 times, because the climb itself is 1,000 meters, so that we can reach then this 8,848 elevation of Mount Everest.
But then in your preparations, have you actually completed that climb to sort of give you an idea of the time frame that you will have to complete this?
Yeah, the most that we have done is 6 climbs, which means we've done an elevation of 6,600. And that took us about 12 hours, just under 12 hours to complete. So for the 8.5, we are estimating that it will take us between 18 and 19 hours to complete, with breaks in between. So we'll be taking periodic breaks from time to time, and we'll probably take one long break after the 4th or the 5th climb to make sure that we then refuel and that we are then ready for the second part of the event.
And in terms of raising funds for the home, how else can people contribute to the home?
So we have set up a Back a Buddy page. So people can go to www.backabuddy.co.za/Kumukahi, and that is where they can then go and donate. We've written a nice personal message there to give people a full explanation of what is it that we're doing and why we're doing it. And there are details there then on how they can donate. There's a donate button there, and they accept all major credit cards and PayPal as well. Our target was to reach 30,000 rands, and we have actually surpassed that target. We are sitting at just over 40,000 rands at the moment.
Okay.
But no donation or too small or too big. We welcome any sort of donations. And we hope that people will actually lend a hand, because the home is in dire need of assistance. There are some funders that they had that have actually pulled out, because of the pandemic. So we really hope that people will extend a lending hand to this home, because they really do amazing work for the women and their children.
They certainly do. And what is the home in assistance of, or rather in need of?
They've got a whole list on their page.
Okay.
But the day-to-day expenses, things that you might take for granted. They need to be able to feed, the children. They need to be able to feed the women. They also have programs for the women where they upskill them, where they help them to actually find jobs. They actually help them with interview skills and all of that. But over and above that, they also, because this is a halfway house for women and their children, they actually stay there for a period of about 18 months or so, and then they help them to transition out of that home into a better environment. So things like beds, microwaves, crockery, cutlery, bedding, things that you need, when you are starting a life or you're moving into a new home. Those are the things that they actually in dire need of, so that when the women leave, they don't actually go back to those abusive environments that they came from, but they actually make a new start, and it's a nice transition for them to go and start a new life outside of where they've come from.
Okay. And how can people become a part of the challenge?
So we have got there's an app called Discord that people can actually download. Then they can talk to us. It works similar to Zoom, where you can then come and chat to us. You can send us messages throughout the day to check how we are doing. For those people that are then on the Zwift app, they can actually then follow us on Zwift and see how we are doing throughout the day. We will also be posting periodic updates on the social media, especially on our page on Instagram. It's Kumukahi_NPO on Instagram. So from time to time, for those people that are on Instagram, they can actually go in and see how we are doing. We will be starting at about 12:15 in the morning. And we are hoping then that it will take us about 18 hours to complete the challenge.
Ria, we appreciate you, and as well as the other ladies who are taking part in this particular, challenge to raise funds for the Bethany Home. And we know that someone is watching, and assistance will definitely be coming your way. Thank you so much for chatting to us this morning.
Thank you so much, and thank you for your time.
Now, Ria Mathopa and Tsedi Lujabe are energetic women with a passion for cycling, and they will courageously climb 8,848 meters. That's the height of Mount Everest on smart indoor cycling trainers using the Zwift app on Women's Day.